Hello, Kirsty, my love. Okay, let's get into a little bit of a nutrition conversation. So, had created a video for you yesterday, and then I was like, you know what? I want to do a little bit more research before I send you anything on suggestions. And so, there are three things that I have in mind for you for nutrition options. The first one that I thought of was carnivore. And the reason for that is because it's essentially keto on steroids, like straight up. That's really what it is. It's meat, eggs, and animal fat, and that's pretty much it. However, I've been doing a little bit more research, and it seems that one of the fastest ways to reduce non-alcohol fatty liver disease is to go keto. And so I think that's going to be your better option. And the reason I say that, like, carnivore, you can do it like it's a modified carnivore with some dairy options I'm going to provide to you in a second. But I think doing keto is really going to be the option that's going to be most optimal and realistic. And so I think we should do this for a minimum of 30 days. And I will send you some of the videos that I've just been watching. And it's from this family physician who is big into nutrition and holistic healing. And so I'll send you some of those videos so you can take a look as well. But then that way you can have a conversation with your GI specialist and talk to them about it as well. But for the most part, like so I'll read you some of the things that they were talking about is, big things to avoid are things that you're already avoiding. Processed sugars, alcohol is never a thing to have again. You already know that. Fruit juices, you don't really have those anyways. Grains, you're already avoiding for the most part. Seed oils are a big thing, soft drinks, and sugar. And so sugar in all forms. And so this is where going keto will make it easier to do that by just reducing your carbohydrate intake from fruit. So reducing fructose coming into your body to allow for your liver to heal, reduce the enzyme production, and heal your body naturally that way. And so that's what I think is going to be your best option, because you just had your enzymes tested, right? See if you can book yourself in for 30 days from when you start this. That could be today, that could be tomorrow, that can be Monday, whenever you need to make this happen to get started on this. But I say let's start like ASAP, and let's do this for a minimum of 30 days and see how your body responds, okay? From there, because it might take more than 3 days for your body to get into ketosis, right? Like it might take some time for your body to get there. But I think if we can get you into ketosis and have a restricted eating window, so have an 8-hour eating window, eat your 2 to 3 meals in that period, make sure you're getting enough calories in. That's a big factor, which will be no problem if you're eating primarily meat and fats. It's not going to be a problem. But be prepared that the first couple days, like you experienced, remember when we cut your carbs down and your energy levels were trash. Not uncommon, because your body's going, excuse me, we don't have glucose available to us to actually be able to burn right now. And so it's really, the first few days can be a little bit frustrating, a little bit challenging, so keep that in the back of your mind. But once it starts to remove that glucose storage, it starts to burn through fat. It starts to burn through body fat. And so as long as we're keeping up on protein, okay? Because we need to make sure we're replenishing enough protein to keep your protein stores up, your muscle mass up, or else your body's just going to burn through lean muscle mass. It's a lot faster to liquefy muscle mass than it is to liquefy body fat. So we got to make sure that your muscle mass stays up, and so your fat stores are the thing that's going to be burned next. And so that's where we're going to continue with strength training. We're going to continue with walking and yoga and stress relief and sleep, but it's primarily going to be about how can we get into that body fat burning state through nutrition. And so the options that I'm thinking, and I'll send you, like I said, this guy who talks about red meat specifically, and he has articles that he said, print this off and give this to your doctor if your doctor's telling you to stop eating red meat if you have non-alcohol fatty liver disease, because they're wrong. Like, you need red meat, and because one of the major reasons is because it has L-carnitine, and it's the highest level of L-carnitine is in red meat, which helps reduce fatty liver. And so it's not uncommon for doctors to do this. Like, you and I both know that they'll suggest a low-fat diet. Like, literally, I'll send you that one video specifically. Feel free to watch through his entire YouTube channel if you want. But it is so valuable and such a valuable perspective of, red meat really has a lot of answers for you. And so let's get you on some more red meat. So high quality food, like we already know, right? So we're going to do this for at least, like I said, okay, I'm going to come back to the actual food in a second. We're going to do this for at least 30 days, get your liver enzymes tested again, see where things are at, and then I think, honestly, progress it and continue on for another 30 days. So go for 60 days total. And then from there, we can slowly start to introduce like a little bit more sugars through natural processes like fruit. Yeah. And so I have a second program that we can do at that point, which is called the gut check program. That's what I've been reading for the last 3 months. It's really incredible the things that he's been able to do with that program. And so I think that's going to be another optimal option because it's still going to be supporting mitochondrial health, reducing fat in the body and reducing inflammation, telling your gut how to heal, essentially heal everything. And so that'll be the next phase of the program. So things that we're going to try to eat, the things that I'm going to encourage you to eat, and things we're going to remove and reduce. So no grains, like at all, no grains, and no excess sugars. That's going to mean this is going to set this, like, my Arbonne hat doesn't like it, but I think this is what's best for your health right now. No greens, no fizz. If you want to have black coffee, have black coffee, or coffee with sheep's milk in it, or raw milk if you can get access to it. I don't know if you have access to any dairy farmers, but if you can get some raw milk, by all means, add that in. But sheep milk for sure will be valuable. Okay, so but black coffee, you can still have your teas because they're not going to have any carbohydrates in them. They have no sugars. They're just herbs, so that's perfect. Something that I would recommend keeping is your gut health product, your gut health, like little sticks, gut health sticks. It's going to help with your body's ability to break down all the foods that you're eating. I'd encourage you to keep 2 other products if you feel comfortable and you want to. One is your mushroom powder to keep up with cellular health as well as energy, that type of thing. I'd recommend that. And lastly, would be your Simply One protein. So I would not encourage you right now to have your essential meal protein. If you're like, you know what, I need to just burn through all this stuff, but I feel like you'll be able to come back to these products. Like, I don't think that this is a forever thing. I think you'll be able to come back to using your fizz and your greens and your essential meal protein down the line. But right now, let's get your liver enzymes down and heal this so that we can slowly add these things back in and take care of your body this way. Okay, so I'd encourage you to have Simply One protein, and the reason for that is because it's going to be less than 1 gram of carbohydrates. So on a ketosis or keto diet, we're going to have less than 20 net carbs a day. And so in Simply One protein, there is 5 grams of carbohydrates. 4 of those are fiber, which means you are left with 1 net carbohydrate. Okay, so, and the reason I recommend that is because it's going to help you keep your protein up. It's going to keep boosting your protein, right? So this is some of the options that I'd recommend for food is meat. You know, I'm all about the meat, and I'm going to recommend it again with this because we're going to have steaks, like grass-fed steak, minced, and like roast, stuff like that. Feel free, whatever you want that way. Chicken, pork if you want it, fish, eggs, lamb, sheep is good. I'm just trying to think of other animals, other poultry. Like you can have quail, duck, ground turkey, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to encourage you to have meat 3 times a day, plus 1 smoothie or 1 protein drink, whether that's just with water or you add in sheep's milk, adding in like sheep yogurt or goat's yogurt would also be an option as well. Yeah, so that's what I'd recommend. Like I said, if you have access to raw milk and you can make yogurt out of it, incredible. I just know that it's not nearly as available at home. It's quite challenging to find and get it without having any issues. And then lastly, that's just protein based. Like bacon, like all those types of things, feel free to add those things in. Again, we're looking for quality over anything else. And then some low carb veggies. I have a list for you, so I'll send that out to you so you don't have to like memorize all the things I'm talking about, as well as low carbohydrate fruit. But the goal is to stay below 20 grams of carbohydrates in a day and to keep our protein and fats up. So fats, like having your nuts, having your avocado oil or avocado in general, having coconut oil, like fats are not a bad thing, and we want to actually keep your fats up. So let's keep your fats up, and you can use ghee, you can use lard, you can use tallow, whatever fats you want to cook in, by all means. But we're going to try to be really, really intentional with your carbohydrates so that your body has time to burn out of the glucose and allow for your body to actually be in a ketosis state, because that's going to be the thing I think that makes a difference in your liver enzymes. Okay, so that's what I'm going to recommend. That's my honest thoughts. I'm not your doctor. You know that. I'm not going to pretend like I am your doctor. But based off of the research that I've been doing, based off of my knowledge of nutrition, as well as just physiology in general, I think this is going to be your best bet. And so let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know how you feel about this. And if you're game, then I'll send you this full list of information of things that we're going to utilize. But I'll send you that video right now as soon as this video uploads and gets sent to you. Okay. All my love, Kirsty, and let's get you healthy, because you deserve to feel good. You deserve to have your body feel as healthy as it is and to feel the best you possibly can. Let's heal this issue so that you don't have to live with it forever.